Parentage, the relation of parent to child, of the producer to the produced, or of cause to effect. Pariah, a member of a degraded class, a social outcast. Parish, the ecclesiastical district in charge of a pastor. Parisian, of or pertaining to the city of Paris. Parity, equality, as of condition or rank. Parlance, mode of speech. Parley, to converse in. Parliament, a legislative body. Parlor, a room for a reception of callers or entertainment of guests. Parody, to render ludicrous by imitating the language of. Paronymus, derived from the same root or primitive word. Paroxysm, a sudden outburst of any kind of activity. Parricide, the murder of a parent. Parse, to describe as a sentence by separating it into its elements and describing each word. Parsimonious, unduly sparing in the use or expenditure of money. Partible, separable. Participant, one having a share or part. Participate, to receive or have a part or share of. Partition, that which separates anything into distinct parts. Partisan, characterized by or exhibiting undue or unreasoning devotion to a party. Passible, capable of feeling, of suffering. Passive, unresponsive. Pastoral, having the spirit or sentiment of rural life. Paternal, fatherly. Paternity, fatherhood. Pathos, the quality in any form of representation that rouses emotion or sympathy. Patriarch, the chief of a tribe or race who rules by paternal right. Patrician, of senatorial or noble rank. Patrimony, an inheritance from an ancestor, especially from one's father. Patriotism, love and devotion to one's country. Patronize, to exercise an arrogant condescension toward. Patronymic, formed after one's father's name. Patter, to mumble something over and over. Paucity, fewness. Pauper, one without means of support. Pauperism, dependence on charity. Pavilion, an open structure for temporary shelter. Payee, a person to whom money has been or is to be paid. Peaceable, tranquil. Peaceful, tranquil. Peccable, capable of sinning. Peccadillo, a small breach of propriety or principle. Peccant, guilty. Pectoral, pertaining to the breast or thorax. Pecuniary, consisting of money. Pedagogics, the science and art of teaching. Pedagogue, a schoolmaster. Pedagogy, the science and art of teaching. Pedal, a lever for the foot usually applied only to musical instruments, cycles, and other machines. Pedant, a scholar who makes needless and inopportune display of his learning. Peddle, to go about with a small stock of goods to sell. Pedestal, a base or support as for a column, statue, or vase. Pedestrian, one who journeys on foot. Pediatrics, the department of medical science that relates to the treatment of diseases of childhood. Pedigree, one's line of ancestors. Peddler, one who travels from house to house with an assortment of goods for retail. Peerage, the nobility. Peerless, of unequaled excellence or worth. Peevish, petulant, irritable. Pellucid, translucent. Penalty, the consequences that follow the transgression of natural or divine law. Penance, punishment to which one voluntarily submits or subjects himself as an expression of penitence. Penchant, a bias in favor of something. Pendant, anything that hangs from something else, either for ornament or for use. Pendulous, hanging, especially so as to swing by an attached end or part. Pendulum, a weight hung on a rod, serving by its oscillation to regulate the rate of a clock. Penetrable, that may be pierced by physical, moral, or intellectual force. Penetrate, to enter or force a way into the interior parts of. Penetration, discernment. Peninsular, pertaining to a piece of land almost surrounded by water. Penitence, sorrow for sin with desire to amend and to atone. Penitential, pertaining to sorrow for sin with desire to amend and to atone. Pennant, a small flag. Pension, a periodical allowance to an individual on account of past service done by him or her. Pentagram, a figure having 5 points or lobes. Pentavalent, quinquevalent. Pentad, the number 5. Pentagon, a figure especially with 5 angles and 5 sides. Pentahedron, a solid bounded by 5 plane faces. Pentameter, in prosody, a line of verse containing 5 units or feet. Pentathlon, the contest of 5 associated exercises in the great games and the same contestants. Penultimate, a syllable or member of a series that is last but one. Penurious, excessively sparing in the use of money. Penury, indigence. Perambulate, to walk about. Perceive, to have knowledge of or receive impressions concerning through the medium of the body senses. Perceptible, cognizable. Perception, knowledge through the senses of the existence and properties of matter or the external world. Percipience, the act of perceiving. Percipient, one who or that which perceives. Percolate, to filter. Percolator, a filter. Percussion, the sharp striking of one body against another. Peremptory, precluding question or appeal. Perennial, continuing through the year or through many years. Perfectible, capable of being made perfect. Perfidy, treachery. Perforate, to make a hole or holes through. Perform, to accomplish. Perfumery, the preparation of perfumes.